the days when I was a teenager, before I had status and before I had a pager. You can find the abstract, listening to hip hop. My pops.
Coca leaf. Listen to this.
This whole valley has been growing coca for thousands of years. It's what they do.
And it's also crazy that the thing itself, the coca leaf, like there's actually been people that have made a really good argument that not only should that stuff be legal, but it's probably good for you.
It's good for you.
Yeah, the coca leaf if it is not made into cocaine, it's they chew it. You know, you go to the Andes and all around, they actually chew the coca leaf. I had an opportunity to do that. There was a moment where one of them, you do it. It helps you with high altitude sickness, and it helps you gain more energy.
Yep.
And when we were filming with a group, they actually wanted me to try some. I had tried some before, but I did it as well then. And it tastes. It doesn't taste. It kind of tastes like a leaf, quite frankly. But you do feel a little bit more energy. And there's nothing illegal about that, by the way. That's completely something.
I'll be doing more on this. Yeah, it's the shit they process it with.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talks. I'm pointing the camera outward. We have snow today. Beginning to look a lot like Christmas here up in the Catskills. It's December 9th. All right. Wednesday. Okay, so Mariana van Zeller was on Joe Rogan yesterday. And I got to tell you, great 5-star podcast. I think Joe's best podcast since he moved to Spotify exclusively. You know, I got to get the mail. I'm just going to point the camera out here. People ask me, like, where do you live? You have a nice cabin, and I do. We moved here January 28th, 2019. Madeline and I, we've been married since 96. So what is that? 24 years? That's why I don't even know. 24 years we've been married. We lived in Queens. We lived on Long Island. Where else did we live? We had an apartment. It's like, and now we're up in the Catskills. I never give to town for obvious reasons, but we built this cabin. We bought 5 acres, and there you go. And that's just from one angle. It's really, well, I'll show it some other time. But this is our long driveway when I get the mail. Okay, let me get back to Joe Rogan's podcast. Mariana van Zeller. Little bio. Let me just see. I have her bio here. Oh, it's on my paper here, and it's just all snow getting on it. But let me see if I could read this. Okay, so let's see. She's 44 years old. She's very attractive, very nice woman. Really nice woman. And the chemistry between Joe and Mariana was terrific. And Joe was on his A game. Articulate, had his facts. He was lovely and charming. It was just classic Joe Rogan. You got to see it. So let me just continue on with Mariana's bio. Okay, she was born in 76 in Portugal. She is a Peabody Award-winning Portuguese journalist and correspondent for National Geographic Channel. She is also chief correspondent for Fusion and a former correspondent for the Vanguard documentary series on the former Current TV. I'll finish up her bio when I get inside because my paper is all wet now. So, all right, so where was I? I did a video yesterday about people are really, sorry for my finger there, are pissed off that that Joe left YouTube. All right, so people are, I don't know if leaving in droves is the right thing to say. They're just really angry that Joe's in it for the money, you know. So Joe Rogan got $100 million, and it's probably more. It's kind of like a Howard Stern thing, right? When Howard Stern left terrestrial radio and went to Sirius, he got the same sort of thing, $100 million a year. 500, like I was, and he signed a 5-year contract for $500 million. It's a whole long thing. But see, the thing with Sirius too was, in order to listen to Howard, you had to pay for it. It was like 12, what was it? I don't know, 9, 10, 12, $14 a month if you got the TV, Howard TV and all that. And I didn't pay a dime. I was like, fuck this, man. I was really into Howard at the time when he left. Howard was on his A game for sure. And let's see what we got here. I'm not going to show you the mail. Nothing interesting. All right. So I hope this is not boring. Some people like to see our house where we live. So look at this. Look at this, fucking awesome. I love it myself, and we lived in freaking Queens. I lived in Regal Park. I lived in Briarwood. It's a fucking nightmare. We were robbed one time. Holy shit, that was in 98. That was crazy. That was a bad time in our lives. Took all my wife's jewelry, stuff that her mother had given her. It was horrible. I'm all over the place. I digress as I usually do. So, as I'm walking up here, going back to this podcast, and this paper is soaking wet. Hold on just one second. Let me just hit back here. Oops, sorry about this. I'm trying to maneuver this. I have stuff in my hand. So with Mariana van Zeller. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Sorry, Mariana van Zeller. So a bit of her biography here. She studied international relations at the University of Lisboa. I never heard of that. Okay, so it's Portuguese. More on this when I get there, because it's too difficult to read this wet, snowy paper, walk and talk at the same time. So, Mariana van Zeller, check it out. Let me just... okay, let me end it here, and I'll continue on when I'm inside. Talk to you soon.